They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dublin Celtic Tigers and the Chicago Bears. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Now Ekeler. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Out of the gun, Ekeler running it. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Burrow looking to pass. Looking downfield for and this is taken in at the 5. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown.
14,
Chris Godwin. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. And it's good to make it 7-0.
Is good. Makes the score Celtic Tigers 7, Bears nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A gain of a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw his Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Burrow will throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory.
That's good.
It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Akeem Hicks.
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. He'll drop this down to Coleman. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Touchdown, Bears! Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
1st down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Tigers 10, Bears 7.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Ball carrier.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 15.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll run here with Eckler. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On second down, Eckler. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
6 yards. And it's third down.
From midfield now, Burrow. Looking downfield for Godwin. This is caught, and he will take it in for the touchdown.
Number 14.
Chris Godwin with his second touchdown here in this first half. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7.
Is good. Makes the score Celtic Tigers 17. Bears 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
6-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field. Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Let's see what you got. 54's Mike.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
Number 30.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's complete to Mooney. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up.
And he will have a touchdown. Scotty Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play partner because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's open like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he has hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
6-18.
On first down, Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 22-yard
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Tigers 38, Bears 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is Jakeem Grant. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Carr. That's caught by Hollister. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And throw right side complete to Parker. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And as a result, possession switches hands.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
They started on the ground with Eckler. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
The ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
59. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 59 mark.
Once more, here's Eckler. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now it's Burrow. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Going on the ground with Eckler. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He'll get this to Eckler. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
9-yard line.
It's Eckler again. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And this offense is running away with this one. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Chicago. Tevin Coleman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears claw one back.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the 1st half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
1st down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And 7 yards to go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here is Eckler. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
4th down.
And maybe some indecision on getting the punt team out there. And they're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Matt Hawk now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Mike, 45. Hey, let's get in them holes. 45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. They're not ready for this, man.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
The tackle made.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
Back near his goal line. Here's Carr. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A gain of 13. It's a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Carr. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking in the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
50-yard line.
Check, check, block 54, block 54. It's out field.
Coleman now. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page, because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Carr completes it, and he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Play action. Now it's Carr. It's complete to Grant. And he will have the Bears first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
37-yard line.
To throw is Carr. They'll drop this down to Coleman. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
33-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
On play action, now Carr. And now the ball's out.
Carr lost it. Fumble. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. The handoff, it's Eckler. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Back at the 30-yard line.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Going deep this time for Mel. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29.
Today's final.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Dubliners, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.